morning, respected lecturer and fellow educators. Welcome to our presentation on the practical application of sociolinguistic competence in the ESL classroom. My name is Nicholas with the metric number of MS240929313, and I am presenting today alongside my esteemed team members. As future language educators, our core professional goal is to prepare learners for real-world communication. In modern language teaching, effective ESL instruction demands far more than mechanical grammatical accuracy. It requires a deep sensitivity to how social contexts, culture, and identity shape everyday speech. Today, we will demonstrate how building sociolinguistic competence serves as an essential foundation for empowering learners to navigate real communicative setting with confidence. To walk you through our findings, our team has designed a deliberate four-stage framework that we call the Golden Pathway Continuum. Our presentation will guide you step by step from broad community language dynamics directly down to specific classroom assessment adjustment. First, we examine topic 1. Exploring how learners make strategic language choices in multilingual communities. Second, in topic 3, we navigate regional and social dialect variations, showing how to value students' social acts. And third, in topic 6, we zoom in a micro-level interaction, looking at formality registers, politeness, and cross-cultural pragmatics. And finally, in topic 10, we address language attitudes to propose inclusive speaking assessment reforms. Together, these four stages prove our central thesis. ESL teaching must move beyond rigid error correction toward practices that respect learners' linguistic identities, promotes pragmatic awareness, and prioritize global intelligibility. Without further ado, let us step into stage 1 as we explore language choice in multilingual communities. Moving into stage 1, we begin with topic 1, language choice in multilingual communities. In a multilingual society, language choice is never a random personal whim. It is a structured social behavior. As Joshua Fishman established in his seminal 1972 domain analysis, speakers systematically select codes based on distinct social domains such as family, education, employment, and religion. Each domain carries specific communicative norms, making language choice a pattern response to context. Within these domains, multilingual speakers naturally deploy two key mechanics, that is, code switching and also code mixing. So for the code switching, it is alternating between languages across sentence or clause boundaries. And for the code mixing, it is blending words or phrases from another language within a single sentence, for instance, saying, "Let's makan first before the meeting." Far from bringing grammatical confusion, both practices demonstrate high communicative flexibility tailored to audience, purpose, and relationship. Suresh Kanagaraja in 2011 extended this framework through the concept of code meshing. He argues that multilingual individuals draw intentionally on their full linguistic repertoire. This crucial theoretical insight challenges traditional deficit views of bilingual learners, reframing multilingual competence not as a language hurdle, but as a rich academic asset. So, how do we translate this sociolinguistic theory into concrete classroom practice? This brings us to the care principle of adaptation through the strategic translanguaging scaffold. Traditional ESL classroom often enforce strict English-only rules from minute 1. However, sociolinguistic awareness proves that forcing immediate L2 production creates heavy cognitive load, often blocking complex idea generation. Instead, an adaptive teacher structures a two-phase learning workflow. That is phase 1 for the brainstorming and planning, where students are permitted to organize thoughts and discuss complex ideas using their native language, L1. This lowers anxiety and unlocks deeper cognitive engagement. And as for the phase 2, drafting and formal output, as the task progresses, the teacher guides learners to translate and refine those ideas into formal English L2 for final submission. Under this scaffold, teacher feedback focuses on strengthening English expression while validating the native language role in concept development. Ultimately, learners come to see their first language as a supportive cognitive scaffold for stronger English production, not a deficiency to overcome. With our learners' multilingual background established, I now hand over to my teammate to explore how we navigate dialect diversity in Stage 2.
Hello everyone, my name is Deirdre and I will be leading Topic 3, which deals with speaking about the implications of micro levels within macro levels. That is, from the levels of the entire language communities, we turn our attention to specific levels of language inside said community. To illustrate the difference, for the basis of macro levels, we use the standard versus non-standard variety spectrum. The former being found in the geographically distant regions of the language community, while the latter is used by certain social groups, hence the regional dialects or sociolinguistics. The difference between the standard and the non-standard variety is not based on qualities such as better or worse. In fact, any language variety is perfectly normal for the people using it. The reason why certain language varieties are standard is due to higher social status and level of codification. At the same time, non-standard varieties, say for example, sociolinguistics such as the famous Manglish, are looked down upon as grammatically incorrect, when in fact they follow strictly the rules of the language they are based on, such as localized syntax constructs in the case of Manglish. As for educators, it is important to note these differences and understand the value of the dialect spoken by our students. As an educator, however, how does one effectively navigate the intricacies of dialect diversity without undermining the quality of education and the students' self-esteem? This is why our team developed the idea of the teaching strategy known as the contrastive analysis worksheets. With these specially designed worksheets, instead of reprimanding the students for using certain local constructs, we would encourage them to recognize these differences and reflect on the meaning behind them. The sheet would feature 2 columns, local vernacular and academic English equivalent. With this approach, we would be able to teach our students the importance of linguistic appropriateness based on context. This way, we would be able to show that while the local varieties of English may have little use in the realm of formal writing and discourse, they are exceptionally useful in building community and social bonding. Conversely, the standard English is used in the most formal and widespread contexts of communication, such as business English. This reflective approach would give the students a balanced view on the English language and allow them to be competent in both their local vernacular and the standard English.
Hi everyone! Moving into section 4.0, we are stepping into micro-social linguistics to look at style, context, and register. Specifically, how we manage politeness in real-world interactions. If you take a look at this slide, we have laid out Martin Jew's formality spectrum alongside Brown and Levinson's model of face management. Notice how language isn't static. Our register dynamically shifts based on social distance, relative power, and setting. As Michael Halliday highlighted in his functional model, language isn't just about sharing facts. Its crucial interpersonal function allows us to build and maintain social relationships. But every time we make a request, offer criticism, or ask for a favor, we risk committing a face-threatening act, FTA. To protect social harmony, speakers use polite strategies to manage two core needs. Positive face, which is the desire to be accepted and appreciated, and negative face, the desire for personal autonomy without being imposed upon. When our ESL learners don't understand these subtle mechanics, they often default to direct language that inadvertently sounds rude or overly demanding, even when their grammar is technically correct. That's where active sociolinguistic training becomes vital. Now, how do we solve this problem in the classroom? This brings us to our actionable strategy, the Context Register Role Play Toolkit, which embodies the entrepreneurial attribute of our CARE framework. Being an entrepreneurial teacher isn't just about business. It's about innovating new pedagogical tools to solve real learning barriers. Instead of giving students static worksheets, this toolkit uses interactive scenario cards where learners practice reshaping face-threatening aids across different social contexts. For instance, imagine a student needs a file from someone. In a casual setting with a friend, a direct comment like, "Give me the file," works totally fine. But what if they are addressing a supervisor or a lecturer? Through guided roleplay, we train students to reframe that direct comment into formal, redressive negative politeness requests. For example, "I apologize for the disruption, but would it be possible to share the document when you have a moment?" By experimenting with hedging, indirectness, and honorifics in simulated real-life scenarios, students build pragmatic flexibility. They learn that effective English isn't just about avoiding grammatical errors. It's about choosing the right register for the right context. That's all from me. Thank you so much. I will now pass the floor to my friend Carly to discuss about topic 10.
Greetings to Miss Aisha and everyone. I'll be discussing language attitudes and how they affect ESL teaching. Language attitudes are the beliefs and judgments people have about different languages, dialects, and accents. Some accents are seen as more prestigious because they are associated with education or higher social status, while regional or non-native accents are often unfairly stigmatized. However, these judgments are based on social perceptions, not actual language ability. Because of this, learners with different accents may face barriers in education and even employment despite communicating effectively. As future ESL teachers, we need to be aware of our own unconscious biases. Students should be assessed based on how well they communicate, not on whether they sound like native speakers. This helps create a fairer and more inclusive classroom. Therefore, in order to overcome this issue, our group proposes a global intelligibility assessment framework. Instead of grading students based on native-like pronunciation, teachers should focus on clarity, organization of ideas, task fulfillment, as well as interactional effectiveness. According to Daring and Munro, accent is not the same as intelligibility. A student may have a noticeable accent, but if their message is clear and easy to understand, communication is successful. For example, a Malaysian student shouldn't lose marks just because they have a local accent if their ideas are communicated clearly.
This reduces performance anxiety and encourages students to speak more confidently. Moreover, teachers should also expose learners to different English accents such as Malaysian, Singaporean, and Indian English. This prepares them for real-life communication in our multilingual world. In conclusion, understanding language attitudes helps ESL teachers assess students more fairly, respect their linguistic identities, and prepare them to become confident global communicators. Thank you.
To conclude the summary of our team's presentation, we have walked you through the golden pathway, discussing the links between macro and micro levels, as well as the implications of language choices, register, and intelligibility in the classroom. In essence, we were able to demonstrate how the concepts of adaptation, reflection, entrepreneurship, and collaboration manifest themselves in sociolinguistics practice, the latter of which is sociolinguistic competence, which ultimately transforms the ESL classroom into an adaptive, reflective, entrepreneurial, and collaborative space, allowing us, the future educators, to truly serve the students and maintain their language competence. Thank you.